Okay, we're going to check in just a second. Isn't it always exciting when we go live? That is so fun. So I typically go over to my page just to make sure we're live. And I always ask guests, it's my favorite question to ask, like, have you ever did a recording and forgot to hit the button to record or forgot to go live? Have you ever done that or had the microphone off?
Oh, yeah. I've done it once or twice before.
Oh, good. I'm not alone. So far, I found a number of folks are just like me, that we make mistakes because we're human beings, by the way. So folks are behind the scenes. We're going to get kicked off in just a second. Hey, Letitia Campbell joined on. You know, Morella is on. I love Morella when she joins, by the way. Morella is over in Australia and just an amazing and incredible human being. So I'm so glad she's here, by the way. Your good friend, by the way, C.F. Jackson, who told you she had to be here. She's in Atlanta. She is amazing, by the way, an incredible human being. Why don't you say hello to C.F. Jackson?
Hello, CF. I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in.
What a way to start off, by the way. Letitia's out there, says, I want to pop in and tell Shay, I'm so inspired. What's up, Letitia Campbell? You rock. You're amazing. Sean's on here from out there in Florida. Thanks a lot for joining, by the way. I appreciate it. You are amazing, by the way. I'm going to do a mic check, just to make sure y'all can hear me. What's up, Earl Mann? Do me a favor if you can, because we're going to start. Look below the video and just say, Shay, we hear you. Iris, we hear you. Iris, can you do a mic check?
Mic check, mic check.
I know you always want to do the mic check. So if you can hear Iris, just say, Iris, we can hear you. If you can't, that's going to be a real big problem, by the way. Brenda Carlton Dixon says, hey, Iris, you are a coaching rock star.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, yeah. She's just super amazing. Let us know you can hear Iris. Let us know you can hear Iris. If you can hear Iris, just hit number 2. If you can hear Iris, look below the video and just hit number 2. Because, Iris, you ready to rock and roll?
Oh, yeah. We got this. Let's go.
Are you ready to change some lives this evening or this morning or this afternoon?
Oh, absolutely.
I love it. All right, they're giving me the signal over there. We'll be ready in 5, 4. What's up, Patrice Lancaster? Thanks a lot for joining. You're in for a treat. I promise you, you're in for a treat. Okay, to give me the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. I love it. I love it.
Go ahead and give a big standing ovation for the one and the only Shay Brown.
Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and it knows it must outrun the fastest lion or be killed and eaten. Also, every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up and knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will starve to death. You've heard it before. It doesn't matter whether you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be what? You better be running. That's right. That's right. You better be running. Life is about meaning, and meaning is about service. Isn't that the reason why we're all here? Isn't that what we're all searching for? 2013, the Peak Performance Institute was created. 5,000 clients who we've helped turn their idea into a reality, their reality into a business, their business into a movement, impacting 5.7 million lives around the world. Imagine that! My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Network, the world's largest organization for the well-being of an entrepreneur. And as we always say, our mission at the Happy Entrepreneur Network, our mission is to inspire, empower, and provide resources for the entrepreneur to live a balanced life and execute their vision for the people they were called to serve. And our mantra, you know, I love our belief. Everyone should have a belief statement. Our belief is the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. With that being said, let's get started. Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country. And I'm so excited because this morning, this evening, this afternoon, no matter what time it is, no matter where you are in the world, I promise you that this is one of those shows, it is one of those episodes that is a game changer, because I have on the other side none other than the one and the only, all the way from Atlanta, the #1 trusted advisor for introverted coaches and entrepreneurs in the world. We have none other than Ires Alliston. What's up, Ires?
Hey, thank you so much, Shay. Thank you for having me on tonight.
Well, I'm so excited to work for you. I'm so excited that you're here. You know, for the folks that are joining in, we have Cheryl Diane, who's over there right now. We have V Speak Life, who's in there. Letitia Campbell is in the house. Brenda is in the house. CF Jackson is in the house. Patrice Lancaster. Folks say, Shay, why do you spend so much time recognizing? Because these are entrepreneurs. These are business owners. These are folks on the front row. Earl Mann, who is watching right now. Michelle, what's up, Michelle Harris Collins? Thanks so much for joining. We appreciate you. Look, if you're just tuning in right now and you're hearing this for the very first time, one of the things we like to do is we like to recognize business owners. We like to recognize entrepreneurs for all the work you do and the contributions. You know, Ires, as we're doing that and we're welcoming them, what's one of the reasons why someone is an entrepreneur out there, someone is listening, why should they tune into your message that we're going to share in just a few minutes?
Oh, definitely. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on. And this is an incredible opportunity actually to share my message, because I believe that a lot of introverts out there, introverted entrepreneurs and leaders, we tend to get ignored, right? Because I don't know what it is. It's just the way it is for some reason. But my message tonight is to empower a lot of entrepreneurs as well as introverted coaches, that we have this power, we have this gift in us, we have this superpower that needs to be heard. So that's the reason why I'm on tonight.
You know, as folks are listening and tuning in, they might be wondering, at what point did you even determine or learn that you was an introvert? Before you do that, for those folks that are listening, for those folks that are watching right now, this is the opportunity to spotlight what you do, whether you're introvert or an extrovert.
Right.
Here's what I'd like for you to do. Iris, you can see her. Iris, you can hear her, but guess what Iris can't do? Iris can't see you, and she can't hear you. So here's how Iris can hear you, and I love to do this. As an entrepreneur, you have an opportunity to spotlight your business. Iris, is it okay if they spotlight their businesses? Is it okay if they tell you what they do out there?
Absolutely. I would love to know.
Well, here's what I would like to do. She wants to know what business you have. She would love to know. Even if you're an introvert, it's okay. Look right below the video. Look right below the video. And I want you to write these words. I help people ... or I help businesses ... So maybe you're watching, you're listening right now, you say, Shay, I help people transform their mind so they can live the life they want. That's cool. Maybe you're a business owner and you say, I help businesses set up their websites, or I help businesses design their marketing campaigns. Here's what I'd like for you to do. I want you to look right below the video right now. And during this time, I do this almost every show when I can. I like to hear from you, the entrepreneur, because the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe, for those that are watching for the very first time, it's not all about us just pushing out information and being a talking head. It's about us being a community, Tanisha Springs. It's about us loving each other, Angela Colbert. It's about us coming together and supporting each other. So here's what I want you to know. Someone has the goal right now of finding you, of you helping them solve their problem. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to look right below the video, and write these words. I help businesses ... or I help people ... You even have our permission, because Iris said it's okay. You can even put your website after that. Put your Facebook page after that. I'll go back and I'll see it in the notes. And other entrepreneurs will be able to connect with you that are out there right now. Is that okay, Iris? Can they spotlight what they do? Can we recognize the hard-working entrepreneurs who get up every single day?
Yes. Spotlight your gift. This is the time to do it.
Absolutely. What's up, Sean Harris? Right now, people are putting I help people ... So Letitia Campbell was the first one. She wrote, I help coaches, consultants, and network marketers dominate their online sales through the Sales Success Academy. Thanks a lot for sharing. That is super awesome and amazing, by the way. As you're listening right now, Sean, as you're listening right now, Marilla, this is a good time during this segment to spotlight your business. V Speak Life. Hey, V, we got to talk. It's been a while. V Speak Life put, I help people and businesses develop and achieve their ambitions. I don't know if you can see that because I don't know if you got your screen up. You don't have your screen up right now, do you? Do you have your screen up? Okay, you can't see it. So she can't see it right now, but she'll go back and she'll see the notes. Sakoni Prince put, my name is Sakoni Prince. I'm an extrovert. Well, why are you here, Sakoni? No, I'm joking. I'm an extrovert. I help people find their right mountain. Okay, thanks a lot for sharing. CF Jackson put, I help entrepreneurs drive your expertise, knowledge, and sales and products further with the power of streaming devices. Oh, thanks a lot for joining. Kim Warren Martin is in the house. Terry Sharp is in the house. Look, I want you to share right now during this segment what you do. You look below the video and you put, I help businesses, ... Or, as we said, Iris, I help people what? ... And Iris is going to share in a moment. She's going to say, I help businesses ... And she's going to go into detail, but in a minute, she's going to tell you exactly who she helps. She's not going to tell you how many letters she has behind her name. She's not going to tell you all her celebrity clients. No. She's going to share what she does. I love doing that. Angela Pitt says, I help people see with glasses customized for their face and personality. Angela Pitts, I love what you're doing. She's a rock star, goes through so much. She regularly tunes in. A great note taker, by the way, a digital note taker, and she blesses other folks. Now, Iris can't see the notes, so I spend another minute or two. And people say, Shay, you spend so much time talking about other people. Look, this show is not about Shay Brown. This show is not about Iris. It's about you, the entrepreneur. Some of you get up every single day. You take care of your husband. You take care of your wife. You take care of your kids. You go to work at a 9 to 5 all day long. Come home and work on your business all evening long. Then you take care of your community. Then you got to make sure you're taken care of. And yet you're an entrepreneur. So yeah, I want to recognize you. Yeah, I want to spotlight you. Yeah, I believe in you. And I always take a minute to do that. I don't care what. Producers are going to have to shut me down. I'm always going to recognize my entrepreneurs. Brenda Carlton says, I help families across the USA that have been renting for 10, 20 years become homeowners. Thank you for what you do. Angela Cobra said, I help individual nurses and blank get a Medicaid number. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. I'm trying to read it. Cheryl Diane says, I am an image consultant, a speaker, an advocate, and newly published author. Whew. What do you help people do? That's all we want to know. Oh, I help women walk without apology into their glory. Ooh. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I like that one.
You like that one?
Yeah.
I like that. Cheryl Diane, okay, I was a little hard on you because I couldn't see the whole thing. There was a time I didn't need these contacts in. Don't worry about that. That's a topic for another time, by the way. Malika Courtney, what's up? What's up? Now, we got a really great conversation about being an introvert and also running a business and also being paid. And we're going to talk about that. And that's the topic of discussion. You don't want to miss it. Tanisha Springs says, I help families and the senior market find appropriate insurance and retirement. Thanks a lot for sharing. Thanks for all that you're doing, by the way. Someone has the goal of finding you. Make sure you connect with someone else. Make sure you meet someone else in this virtual space that has been created for you. This is your time. You know, Iris, before we get started, we're going to go into a very special segment. And it's called the Champions Creed segment. And it's one of my favorite segments. Of course, every single one of these are my favorite segments or they wouldn't be here, right? But it's one of my favorite segments. And it's where we get to encourage another entrepreneur. We get to uplift another entrepreneur. We get to keep an entrepreneur on the right track. And I want you to read the Champions Creed with me. I'm going to read it, and then you can read it back. But first, before I do that, Iris, why is it important to encourage another entrepreneur? Why is it important to support another entrepreneur? Sometimes people think, I don't want to help them because I'm giving away my secret. Why do you give so much? Why is it important to help and support?
For me, my reason for me is it's also about paying forward, you know, being that person who is able to pay forward, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there and we tend to just, you know, what am I trying to say? We tend to not see other people as part of our community. Mm-hmm. So what I try to do is, we need to uplift each other. We need to be supportive. We also need some guidance along the way, because being an entrepreneur and going to this journey, we can't do it alone. It's hard. It's harder that way if you do it alone. So.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Success is a team sport. You can only get so far by yourself. So let's build, let's support. Kim Martin says, I help high-performing professional and entrepreneur women discover their area of greatness, fulfillment, and leverage it. Thanks a lot for all that you do. What's up, Dana? Thanks a lot for joining. All right, let's go to the Champions Creed. This is my favorite segment. I love this segment. This is when we read the Champions Creed, something that was shared to me by my mentor 15 years ago, and I said it almost every single day. And here it is. What's up, Tony Moore? Major Galloway, it's a pleasure. Here is the Champions Creed. And for those folks that are joining, this is your first time seeing this segment, we're going to read the Champions Creed, and then we're all going to encourage another entrepreneur. We're going to uplift another entrepreneur. We're going to help another entrepreneur get to the next level. Here's the Champion Creed. Listen to me very carefully. If you only hear this segment, listen to this. Here's the Champions Creed. I love the Champions Creed. I got to go find it. Here it is. The Champions Creed. I am not judged by the number of times I fail, and boy, have I failed, but by the number of times I succeed, and the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I can fail, but I keep trying, and I keep trying, and I keep trying. Iris, if you would, can you see that words up there on the screen?
Yes, I can.
Good. Read those words. And as she reads those words, I want every single one of you to read those words with her right now. Take it away, Iris.
All right. I am not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I can fail and keep trying.
And keep trying, and keep trying. We always put the remix version on it. And keep trying. Here's what I want you to do. Iris, they're going to read how wonderful you are, okay? They're going to hear you're America's #1 introvert coach. They're going to hear that. But do you mind taking a moment of being transparent and talking about a time that maybe there was a struggle for you? Maybe there was a challenge for you, and you had to keep trying, and you had to keep trying, and you had to keep trying. And what is the lesson that we can all take away from it? And as you do that, every single one of you, what's up, Lamal? Thanks for joining. What's up, Clara, Sunshine, Love? Thanks for joining. I want every one of y'all to encourage another entrepreneur, no matter how well they're doing or their struggle. How do you do that from the virtual perspective? How do you make an impact on someone else's life? Here's how we do it during this segment. You look right below the video. You look right below the video, and you write these words. Just put these words. You are a champion. See, it's not for you, it's for someone else. You're going to write these words, like type these words right now, like right below the video. Put you are a champion, hashtag keep going. Put you are a champion, hashtag keep going. Now, when you write those words, you are a champion, hashtag keep going, that's the bat signal that you're supporting another entrepreneur. That's the message to someone else that might be suffering in silence. That's the message to someone else. You know what? No matter how tough times are, they're going to get better. Or no matter how well you're doing right now, there's always another level. There's always another gear. That they are not alone. Maurice Levon Colbert, thanks a lot. He put you are a champion, hashtag keep on going. You got your guy out there, Warren. What's up, Warren Carlisle? Warren Carlisle put you are a champion, hashtag keep going. What's up, Ursula? What's up, Tamilka? Thanks a lot. Terry Sharp, love what you're doing, Terry Sharp. She said you are a champion, hashtag keep going. They're encouraging other folks right now. This is my favorite segment. Kim Martin said, you are a champion. Keep going. Anna says, you are a champion. Keep going. Malika said, you are a champion. Keep going. Annette says, you are a what? Champion.
Champion.
Keep on going. With that being said, I'm going to stop. I'm going to slow down. Look, you keep encouraging someone else. Iris, tell us about a time where there was a struggle for you. And how did you get through that? And what's the lesson that we can learn so we can what? Hashtag keep on going.
Yes, I remember a time where I think it was in the afternoon going to evening time, where I was in front of my desk and I was staring at a pile of medical bills and expenses and all these collections. And I was thinking, what am I going to do next? I was so frustrated with my life. And at that time, I actually just quit my job. I had to quit my job because my health was declining. And there was even a point in my life where I could not even drive because I started to have some anxiety, just driving, being in the car. And I thought, you know what, this is not a good thing for me. So I had to leave my job. But at the same time, we still have bills to pay and things like that. And I had, children that were younger compared to now. Mm-hmm. And even though I was frustrated with my life, I had to do something. I had to get up and get going because I wanted to help my family. I wanted to help my husband. Mm-hmm. So I searched online for business opportunities. And as you know, Shay, and for everyone, you know how it is when we start Googling information online, we see tons and tons of business opportunities, right?
Right.
And I was one of those people because I was thinking, oh, wow, these experts, these leaders, these entrepreneurs are making tons and tons of money. Mm-hmm. There's got to be a way for me to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Along the way, I failed about probably 13, 14 times. 13, 14 times. And even though we were struggling, with our finance and everything else, I just knew that I wanted to do something that is not just for me, but also for my family and creating that impact. And I had that vision back then where if I could just make $500 to pay for my car note, that was a win for me. That was the start for me. Mm-hmm. And I still remember it to this day. So that was the start.
And it all starts somewhere, by the way. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for being transparent in that moment. Think about folks that are out there right now. As you're writing those comments that you are a champion, you're sharing with other folks that they can keep on going. You got Anthony Abram out there. What's up, Anthony Abram, my good friend? Anthony, we got to connect. He's out in Texas, by the way. Big Texas, by the way. Just a great guy. I love his videos. You got to send me an inbox, my man. Got to get you on the show. Wonderful guy. And he's an extrovert. At least it comes across as extrovert. He might be an introvert, by the way. And I know we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the importance of that. When did you know that you were an introvert? And what made you decide that you want to work with introverts and help them in the coaching, the speaking, the content creation business, which seems like an oxymoron, right? It's like, that's the wrong business to be in. Little known fact, by the way, Iris, that I learned, and having done this business for 15 years, that the top sales professionals, the sales millionaires, the folks that are in the top 1% of the world, they're introverts. And it might sound kind of interesting. I'm a high introvert myself with all the tests. It's because the introverts follow a structure and a system. And in sales, they're not relying on their charisma. Instead, they're relying on making sure they're in tune and in harmony with the person they're speaking with. And so we found in all of our trainings that they are indeed the most successful folks out there. But when did you have this epiphany? When did you learn about this? What's up, Stephen LeBroy, that's out there right now? Thanks a lot, Stephen, for joining, man. We appreciate you, man. You're a rock star. I know him and C.F. Jackson are just connecting and doing some amazing things together. All right, when did you learn that you was an introvert? And when did you decide that you're going to get into this personal and professional development field?
Oh, wow. This is a great story, Shay. I mean, it's going to take me more than an hour to explain this, but...
Well, you don't have an hour this evening or this morning or this afternoon. You better give us the Cliff Note version. We don't need the Trevor Otts version. We need the Cliff Note version this evening.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I think I've always known that I was a shy person. I still am. I'm still very shy. But I've always had this ability to listen well. And I figured, you know what, perhaps I can do something about that. Because even though I was a shy person and I did not really want to talk unless I'm being asked a question or something like that. Mm-hmm. But I've always had the ability to listen well and able to help other people. So fast forward, when it comes to coaching, I just fell in love with it. And I figured, you know what, with me listening as well as tuning in, like you said, tuning in to people's problems and things like that and trying to figure out how I can help them at a higher level became like a calling for me. So that's the short version.
You know, I appreciate the call, and I'm looking forward to learning the 3 C's method. I know we're going to get to that, and that's coming up in just a second. For those folks that are tuning in, and for those folks that are watching, we're about to go into one of our most important segments that we do. And our segment that we're going to talk about right now is a way for us all to get a fresh start. It's a way for us all to recognize that we get an opportunity of every moment, of every minute, of every day. And here's what the segment is called. The segment is Today is my January 1st. If you tune in for the very first time, listen very carefully, something very special we do. The segment is Today is my January 1st. So I want you to imagine just for a moment where you were back on December 31st. Okay, some of you get where you really were out your head, right? But you were going to have the best year ever. You wrote down your goals on the back of a napkin after a couple drinks, I'm sure. And it was going to happen. You were going to go to the gym. You were going to eat the right foods. You were going to learn new technology in your business. You were going to partner with some new folks. Like, this was your year. This was your time. And then you check in where you are now. And for some of you, you're there. And for others, well, you're not quite there. And life is a series of being on track and off track. Isn't that so true? We're on track and we're off track. One of my favorite books I love is The Zone Diet. I've never done the Zone Diet, but one of their core values is you're one meal from being back on track. Because the Zone Diet teaches you how to diet and eat the right foods, but sometimes they realize you get off track. So their mantra is you're one meal from being back on track. Well, here's what I want you to know. You're one moment from being back on track. Why? Because today is your day. So here's what I want you to do, Mark Hinton. Here's what I want you to do, Anthony Abram. Here's what I want you to do, Susan, as you're watching it right now. I want you to share these words right now, and I want you to tell yourself this, that today is my January 1st. Today, I get new opportunities. Today, I get to start all over again. Today, I can go after my dreams. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my what? January 1st. Do me a favor. Look right below the video. Look right below the video. And I want you to encourage yourself right now. I want you to check in with yourself and remember what your goals are. Remember what your big why is. Understand that your past does not equal the future, because today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. You know, do me a favor, Iris. Repeat after me those words as we see Lowell is putting today is my January 1st. Angela Pitt put today is my January 1st. Kim Martin put today is my January 1st. My past does not equal my future. Look, I don't want you to get excited. I don't want you to get motivated, but I want you to tell yourself, I've got to take some action. I want you to tell yourself, I've got to step it up. I want you to tell yourself, this is my moment. This is my year. This is my time. In fact, today is my day, because today is January 1st. Happy New Year to everybody. Isn't that great? You have a new year every time you show up. So do me a favor. Look right below the video. And if you believe that this is your time, if you believe this is your moment, if you are ready for greatness, you look right below the video right now and put today is my January 1st. And when someone writes those words, hit the heart button. Hit the like button. Love on them. Tell them, yes, today is your January 1st. So do me a favor, Iris. Repeat after me. Just say, today is my January 1st.
Today is my January 1st.
That was pretty good. Fear. That was pretty good. We're going to do it again. A little more enthusiasm. A little more energy. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Today is my January 1st.
Today is your January 1st. When you say those words, what goes through your mind? What rings true to you for those folks that need a new start in their relationships, need a new start in their business, need a new start with their health, need a new start with their finance? Their past does not equal their future. I see you. Ann Humphrey says, today is my January 1st. Annette says, happy new me. I love it. I love it. I see you, Anthony Abram. My past does not equal my future. Iris, I know we're going to get into the 3 methods. We're going to get into making some money, but I love this segment. When you hear today is my January 1st, what goes through your mind?
That I am unstoppable, that no fear, I can do whatever I want to do, have that fresh start, and just go after my dreams.
I love it. And isn't that so true? Someone hit the heart button. Someone hit the share button. pay this message forward. I love what you're doing. I love how you're paying that message forward to other entrepreneurs that are out there right now. I'm going to go over to the women's empowerment segment. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back. We're not going anywhere. But Dr. Kenneth has a message about how you can just be you. And then as soon as we come back, Iris is going to take this thing away. We're going to start talking about making some money, because we believe the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. And some of you showed up because you want some results in your bank account. You want results in your bank account. You want to have more meaning in the world, so you need to make more money. You want to make $1 and a difference. If that's you, say, Shay, that's me. Just look right below the video. All my note takers. I see you, Morella, all the way from Australia. I don't know what time it is for you in Australia. Says, today is my January 1st. Angela Pitt says, I'm unstoppable. Montrese Roberson, I just talked to you yesterday. You're super incredible. Let me go on over to Dr. Kenneth Thigpen, as she brings to us not only the thought of the day, but more importantly, the women empowerment segment. Getting results in your life. Dr. Kenneth Thigpen, take it away.
Hello, it's your girl, Dr. Kenneth Thigpen, also known as Dr. K, founder of Rise Women's Network. And Rise Women's Network is pleased to present to you #NextSisterUp. I'm here with you today in the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe, and today is my January 1st. Here's your thought of the week. Be you. Be you. Now, many times we get caught up in the whole compare despair trap, where we start to compare ourselves to other people. It's in these moments where we maybe look at somebody else's business and say, that's similar to mine, and you start to compare yourself. Or maybe you look at somebody who's on a 15-year entrepreneurial journey, and you compare it to your 3-year entrepreneurial journey. Not the same. And it's in these moments where we begin to have self-doubt, or we begin to question our self-worth. But the thing is, when we're looking at other people's journey, oftentimes we're seeing the highlight reel, which is the best of the best of the best moments. Or we're looking at one single picture that was a snapshot in time, and we're using that to compare our journey. Again, not the same. So when these moments start to creep into our mind, here's 3 things you can do. 1, become aware and redirect. So be aware of what's happening, and then redirect your energy to focus on your personal goals. Redirect your energy to become aggressive about meeting your destiny. The second thing is be grateful. Have that attitude of gratitude for where you are, for all things, no matter how big or how small. And lastly, take a deep breath. I'm talking about that deep cleansing breath that allows you to reconnect and to reset. I challenge you this week to be you, to live your authentic life, and to stay true to yourself. I'm your girl, Dr. K. Make it a great day.
I love that segment when she talks about be yourself, be you. For everyone that's watching right now, for those folks that are listening, for all my note takers out there, and we appreciate every single one of you, folks that listen to the podcast. They can't see it, but they can go back and read the notes. We have folks listen to a conference call. This has been syndicated out. Many of you hit the share button. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Just look below the video right now and just put #be yourself. Just put #be you. #be you. Isn't that important? And I want you to talk about that for a moment if you can, because one of the things I admire about you, Iris, is that you're telling folks to do that. You're telling them they can be themselves. It's okay to be an introvert. And I know for me, for so many years, up until recently as well, I was trying to fit in. I wanted to be like everyone else. And so I belong to a fraternity. I'm a good Kappa man, so Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And I know when I used to be in college and it was time to go to the parties, I'm not a partier, right? I don't really drink, but I would go because that's the thing to do. And I felt, not that it was peer pressure, but I would just go. And then when I got in business, I thought it would change. But then I started looking around and saying, oh, I got to sound like that person. I got to look like that person. I got to wear a tie. I got to do that. And it's just a struggle because in my mind, I'm always wondering what people are saying about me and thinking about me. So if you can, and maybe I'm alone. If I'm the only one out there, that's fine. If you've had that experience and maybe you can't express it in a group like this, so many of you are watching, and I don't want you to be vulnerable in a group in a size like this with tens of thousands of viewers, but you just look right below the video and just put be you. And that's to encourage someone like myself. I'm stepping up and saying, I'm that guy, by the way. I'm that guy. So Ires, talk to us about that, about the importance of just being you and how you can do that, whether you're introvert or extrovert. And then we're going to get into those 3 C's for those folks that want to make money. But we believe that the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. So I want folks to get results in their life. Talk about that, if you will, Ires.
Oh, definitely. I think being you is, I think every single one of us, we go through that process of trying to figure out who we are, what do we want to do, and all those things that we want to do, right? Mm-hmm. But I think being you, and I believe it has to start with you inside, understanding who you are, understanding what makes you unique, what makes you special, and really accepting your special gift, your superpower, if you will, and really embracing your uniqueness, because every single one of us have our own unique blueprint, if you will, and we have so much power that a lot of us don't even realize. But if you start embracing who you are and how special you are going to understand that you are much more powerful than what other people tell you out there, that you're less of something, right? That you can't do this, or there's no way that you can accomplish something. You are much more powerful. So when you start embracing that power in you, that talent in you, it's just going to be, you're just going to blossom even more.
Wow, that is so true. And do you ever wonder yourself, Ires, what other people are thinking about you, what they're saying in their mind about you? Does that ever occur for you? And if it does, how do you deal with it? How do you deal with it? I'm just curious.
Absolutely. You know what? I think what it is for me nowadays is I've gotten better at it. I used to let it bother me to the point that where I get really sad about, okay, you know what is that person going to think about me? Is there something that I wrote that they didn't like, and then they stopped speaking to me, whatever the case may be? I used to let that bother me, but nowadays it doesn't bother me as much because I have accepted who I am. I have more confidence in myself, and I can say that it's not always my fault, or they might be having a bad mood and they didn't mean to be that rude or anything like that. So I just don't let it bother me, and I try to be positive, and I try to uplift other people, because you never know what they're going through at that moment.
Wow, that is so true. And what do you say to the guy out there, or the girl, guy or girl, I'm gonna be biased, that says, well, that sounds good, but I feel like I'm too tall, or I feel like I'm too short, or I feel like I'm too fat, or I feel like I'm too skinny, or I feel like I don't make enough money, or I feel like I don't have the right hairdo. Well, I don't have any more hair, but I don't have the right hairdo, or whatever it may be. What is an affirmation maybe that you tell yourself? What is something that you say to help keep you going right now? And as Ires is thinking about that, because that's the question I just asked her. We don't have a list of questions, by the way. I just thought I'd ask that question because I'm curious what self-talk she has. And I love when we get to allow every one of you out there, like Anthony Abram out there who's out there, and Jacqueline Fulton who's out there, and Kim Warren Martin who's out there. Dr. Connett, she's watching right now. She's live in the feed as well. I'm always curious if people tell themselves what self-talk. So do me a favor. Ires will share maybe something that she tells herself to keep on going, to encourage her and uplift her. And I want you to look right below the video. Look right below the video. And I want you to type these words. Type the affirmation. Type what you tell yourself in order to keep going. And when you get nervous, when you're a little afraid, when you get a little scared, when you think other people are talking about you, what self-talk do you say to yourself that you don't mind sharing? Now, I don't want y'all to try to hold this all to yourself, okay? I know some of you are sharing the video for it. We appreciate it. Ires said it's okay to share it. It's okay to share with your network. She's not afraid of giving away all her secrets, so you can do that. But you look right below the video, Charlene Day. You look right below the video, Candy, and just let us know what words you use for self-talk. What do you tell yourself to encourage yourself and keep yourself going. And then we're going to get to the money. We're about to get to the money. But first, I want to hear what Iris tells herself. So Iris, take a moment, if you will, and kind of share what self-talk do you say? What affirmations do you use? Because someone out there might be saying, yeah, I try to tell myself that I don't care people are thinking, but when I walk into a room and I don't know hardly anyone, it's a networking event or it's a conference, and I get nervous. Or if I got a broadcast, I get nervous. And so what can they tell themselves?
Oh, actually, I have 3 statements or mantras that I typically tell myself.
Oh, you got 3. I asked for 1, but you got 3. Yeah. Give us all 3. Iris is going to go overboard right now. She got to give us all 3. Give us all 3, and as you do that, Angela Pitt says she tells herself, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Okay, go ahead, Iris. Give us your 3, not 1. Those introverts. She's not really an introvert. She's out. You see her? Don't you see her? All right, go right ahead. Give us your 3.
So the first one is I am powerful.
Okay.
That's the first.
I am powerful. I like that. Okay.
The second one is I am brilliant.
I am brilliant. So I am powerful. Someone write that down. I am brilliant. And what's the third one?
The third one is I am enough.
I am enough. Okay, so why don't you say all 3 of those? You all listen in. This is something I've asked her to give away what she does, is share her secret, and she's done it, by the way. And she's not asking me for a Cash App payment today. She's not asking me to send her a Zelle payment or a wire transfer. She didn't say I got to give her a credit card. She said, Shay, I show up to serve. I show up to give. So give us those 3 powerful affirmations one more time, by the way. And as you're doing that, Merle says, I am brilliant. That's what she tells herself. Oh, she's writing, I am enough. Russell Charles says, I let go and say, God, take me through this. Thanks a lot. C.F. Jackson says, good things are happening to me and for me. That's what she tells herself, by the way. Candy says, I am on the brink of everything I've ever wanted and more. Oh, yeah, that's what she says. All right, give us those 3 again. Give us those 3, and then I'll share mine. But go ahead and share it. Give us those 3 right now.
Oh, me again. I am powerful.
Yeah, I am powerful. That was 1.
Okay, I am brilliant.
I am brilliant.
And I am enough.
And I am enough. Malika put, I am powerful. I am brilliant. I am enough. Cheryl put, I am powerful. I am brilliant. I am enough. Kim Warren Martin, who's always on the front row, just an incredible person with success and fulfillment, put, I am powerful. I am brilliant. And guess what? I'm enough.
Yeah.
I'm enough. Hashtag serve so big. Hashtag make a difference. This is your time. And I love sharing those things because I'm always curious. Sometimes people see people like you, Iris, and they're like, oh my gosh, she has everything going on. Does she ever have to deal with this type of thing? And Iris is being authentic this morning or this evening or this afternoon or whatever time you're tuning in. She's being as authentic and open as she possibly can. And I appreciate her coming all the way to us from Atlanta, Georgia, in the house. That's right. It's in Atlanta, right?
Hot Atlanta right now.
Oh, hot Atlanta. Okay, she got jokes. Hot Atlanta. It's probably like 90 degrees there. Try going down to Little Rock, Arkansas, where Kim Warren Martin is, by the way. Try going. It's a little hotter out there. All right, now we've got to get into this thing, which we are. This whole thing about you are America's #1 introvert expert teaching coaches how to have their content. When she comes back, Shauna Lewis, when she comes back, Shauna says, hey, Iris, when she comes back, she's going to give us the 3 C's so you can what? Grow your business. You can earn more money. And I think that's important because I'm reading a book right now. I'm going to share the book. I'm going to play a video. I'm going to take a commercial break. We'll be back in a minute or 2. And then when I come back, I'll share the book. And then Iris is going to go into right now the 3C methods. It's what you've been waiting for. You showed up at the right place at the right time. Welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country. We're talking about results in your life. We're about to go to the results in your bank account. Take it away, Delano. Well, Delano.
I live in a city where there are more creative people per square mile than any other place on the planet. Question is, How many of them are successful? How many are just like I was, talented and broke? Being broke is more than just not having money. It's failure to turn opportunities into profitable businesses and relationships that last. My mother always said, people perish for lack of knowledge. A compass takes you in the direction of your destiny, but knowledge of obstacles and distractions will ensure you arrive safely. My mentor once said to me, if I had half your talent, I'd have 4 times my wealth. Since then, I made a promise to God. If He would help me unlock my earning potential, I would pay it forward and help others do the same. That's why I wrote this book, because God made us too talented to live our lives broke. And that includes you.
And so now we're going to get into the part that includes you the most when we talk to none other than Ires. And we'll be talking now about the 3 C's, about how to make money in your business. And the reason I wanted to share that thought, and I'm started a book, and we'll be having this part of the book club. It'll be coming out next week, called I Refuse to Live Talented and Broke. Refuse to live talented and broke. Delano's a great individual, great person. And one of the things he always says that I love, and his mentor, who owns an island, by the way, and so much more, told him, look, if I had half your talent, I'd have 4 times the wealth. And you own your own island. That's pretty freaking incredible already. And here's what I want you to do. I see you, Edeline. What's going on? You got Aaron Sean Harper in the house from Houston. He doesn't live in Houston, but he's in Houston now. I think he's out of Ohio. Do me a favor. For everyone that's ready to put money in your bank account, for everyone that's ready to make $1 and a difference in the world, for everyone who's ready to have more meaning and make more money, look below the video and put, I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I am enough. That's what we're going to, I love that hashtag. I love this. Look, you look right below the video and put, I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I am enough. I refuse to live talented and broke. What? Hashtag I am enough. Because you have everything you need right now to succeed. You have the right experience. You have the right expertise. The fact that you're watching the show right now says so much about you. It says that you're a champion. It says that you're a winner. And it says you have the potential inside of you to perform at a much higher level than whatever level you're performing at right now. And Ires, yes, America's #1 introvert coach that teaches people about content, she's going to now break down her 3C method. You want to pay attention. But I see Kim Warren Martin put, I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I am enough. Now, I didn't start this. Ira started this. She said, I am powerful. I am brilliant. I am enough. And when I heard that, it sent shockwaves through me. I got excited. I know it's hard to believe that, but I did get excited, by the way. I see Morella in Australia. I love saying that because she is in Australia. Says, I refuse to live talented and broke. Jacqueline Taylor Adams in the house says, I refuse to live talented and what? Broke. So get your pen. Montrese, I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I am enough. Get your markers out. Get your digital notepads out. And get ready to listen to the one and the only, the person who I just met recently was just an amazing person, sitting in the front row of the conference, taking notes while everyone else was behind her, and she was there every single segment. She only left to take the bathroom breaks, and she came right back. I was like, that woman keeps coming back. And she was right in the front. Why? Because sometimes we show up to teach and we're taught. And I know that happens to me every single time. So with that being said, Ires, go ahead if you would. Russell Charles says, I refuse to live talented and broke. Go ahead and share your 3C method, if you would, for all of the entrepreneurs out there who want to be paid more for what they know than they can do. They are ready right now to take it to another level. If you're watching right now, I'm going to encourage you to meet us over at the happyentrepreneurstribe.com. If you haven't joined, come on over and be a member. That's where the action takes place. If you want to get the notes, you want to get the replay, you want to hear this a second or third time, text the word revenue, cost you nothing. Text the word revenue. Text the word revenue to 202-999-3515. Let me give that to you again. Text the word revenue to 202-999-3515. I think it's right there below in the notes. Unlock the secret gift, the business toolbox. You're going to want that. Just text the word revenue right now. Just go to your messenger on your phone and just type in 202-999-3515 and text the word revenue. Once you text the word revenue, just follow the instructions. But that's only for folks who want to get results in their bank account. All right, Iris, I'm going to turn it over to you. Tony Smith says, hey, Iris.
Hi, Tony.
What about Shay Brown? What's up with that? What's up? Why are you getting all the love? Why are you bringing out all the all-stars tonight? What's up? Over to you, Iris. Take it away.
All right. Thank you so much. So as a lot of people know, I actually help introverted coaches and consultants turn their expertise and knowledge into a digital program. So one of the things that I find that actually it's one of the challenge when working with, coaches and consultants is how do they actually create their signature course, their signature program? So one of the things that I teach them with is, obviously we have to have a framework, we have to have a method to all of these madness when creating a signature course. So I came up with 3 C's. I actually, I want to give Justin Burns a shout out because I've learned this concept from him.
Are you shouting out Justin Burns on that show? Yeah, you shouting out the Justin Burns. What's up, Justin, who happens to be in Atlanta as well? It's probably like, yeah, she got me. She got me. I can see him now. He's probably laughing.
Well, he's incredible, and he's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah, so I agree.
I've learned this concept from him. So as you know, I also have to have my own twist into this. So I came up with 3 C's, and basically it stands for the first C stands for client, and the second C stands for communication, and the third C stands for course. Because as a coach, I'm gonna help you create your signature course or your signature program.
So I'm gonna write that down. They're gonna watch. I'm taking notes now. So we got and hopefully you guys taking notes out there as well. The 3 C's.
Right.
And what's the first C?
The first one is client.
Okay, client.
Mm-hmm.
What's the second one?
Communication.
COMMUNICATION. Communication. Okay.
And then course.
Okay, course. Okay, keep on going. I'll be taking notes while you're talking. Hopefully all of you are taking notes because Iris is the expert at what she does. All right, Iris, take it away.
So, all right. So briefly, when it comes to your client, you have to think about your ideal client, the people that you want to serve in your niche, in your space. And you need to also figure out, their age bracket, if you will, right? The age bracket, their interests, and basically trying to figure out what they want, what type of problems and challenges are they facing right now that you have the solution to their problems. All right? Mm-hmm. And then we also need to figure out where are they hanging out, either online or offline, because it's the only way we're going to figure out who we want to serve in the long run. So when it comes to your ideal client, you really need to figure out who is it that you want to serve in the first place. What are their obstacles and challenges that they're facing right now, not 10 years ago, not 20 years ago, but right now that you have the solution to their problems, the ultimate solution to their problems.
Ultimate solution.
The ultimate solution, because after all, you are the expert. So you have to have that ultimate solution.
I'm working through my typing over here. Okay, go ahead.
So, all right. So you want me to go to communication part now?
Absolutely. We're following along. So the first one is the client. That's very important. So who is your ideal client and what problem do they have? Look, if you're out there right now, maybe someone can help you. Do me a favor. You have our permission to look right below the video and you can put down your ideal client is blank. And go ahead and write that down. Like, look right below the video right now. You have permission to do that. And make sure I can get back over. I forgot to do it. You have permission to do that. Uh-oh, I didn't do it. And once you do that, you can go ahead and put my ideal client is blank. And what problem do they have? So my ideal client is an entrepreneur who wants to make more sales with less effort while serving other folks, right? And that's an ideal client. Who is your ideal client? And the reason I'm asking you to write that down is that someone may know your ideal client. They may know someone who has that problem, and you're not like promoting your business, but you're sharing the problems that you solve in the world. Shay, give me the remix version of that. People will pay you today if you help them solve a problem today. But you first must know who your client is. And then you got to communicate. So I'm giving you a chance to communicate before she talks about communication, so someone knows who your ideal client is. Because think about, you're watching right now as an entrepreneur, you're like, well, I got a lot of them. The old a lot of them conversation. Well, give us one of the lot of them. Maybe the one that made you the most money over the last 30 days. Maybe the one that brought in the most revenue over the last 6 months. Maybe the one that you really want to work with, and you would get rid of everybody else right now. Tell us. Share your ideal client. Iris, let's move on to communication. This is good stuff. Client is very important, and I don't want you to blow this off. This is important. It really is. All right, Iris.
Exactly. So the second part to this is communication. So now that you have an idea of who you want to serve, your ideal client, your perfect customers, let's say, we need to also figure out how you're going to communicate with them. In other words, what type of messaging are you going to write? Are you going to share? That way it resonates with your ideal client. Because nowadays, with your ideal client, if you know the problems they're facing right now in today's market, you're able to write the message according to their solutions. According to their problems, right? So we need to
Can you give us an example?
So let's say, because, well, in every industries out there, we all have a different language with every single industries when it comes to the community or tribe or something like that. So for example, because I serve introverted coaches, I need to make sure that I'm resonating with them in a level that they can understand. And what great way for me to do that, because I am also an introvert, right? An introverted entrepreneur. I'm able to communicate with them in regards to whatever fears that they have, whatever fears that they're facing at the moment as an entrepreneur or even as a coach. So what type of self-limiting beliefs that they have that I can actually debunk, or I can tell them, you know what, that is a myth. That's a myth. You don't even have to, go that far. There is a way for you to conquer those fears. For example, I talked about recently about a lot of introverts out there don't want to be on camera when they teach their students online because they fear being on camera, right? And they make them, I don't know what it is. It just makes them nervous. It makes them feel awkward. Which the same thing with me. As a matter of fact, I stutter when I'm on camera. It's just the way I am. But you know what? I embrace that because that makes me unique. I don't have to be perfect. I can just be me.
I like that. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be who?
Me.
Oh, that is, that's money right there. That's a golden nugget. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be who? Me. I love it. I love the first C, know who your client is, and then make sure you are communicating and resonating with your client. And as you're out there right now, and I want you to ask yourself right now, is that something that you're able to do on a consistent basis? Not one time, but over and over again. Iris, this is really powerful.
Thank you. Well, that's part of the communication. So, yes.
Okay, so we have now. Let's go back. Let me go back to my handy dandy notes. Let me know if you can see the notes. By the way, I'm the note taker today. I'm the note taker. So we have the 3 C's. We have the 3 C's. By the way, Angela Pitt says, "I don't have to be perfect. I just got to be me." I love that. Okay, so we have the client. The client. Think about your ideal client. That was number 1. Number 2 was communication. What type of messaging are you going to communicate? And are you really talking about the problems that they have so that they resonate with you? Okay. And what is the third C? What is the third C?
Well, the third C is about course, and this could be your product or your service or whatever offer that you have in mind that is going to provide that ultimate solution to your clients. You see how all of these three C's intertwine? They're all related, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is the part of the last C is course. So if you have a product or a service out there, that's pretty much what the third part is. It's your offer.
So the folks have to be able to make sure that they have a solution that matches the problem that the person has, and the person has to have a want, need, or desire to make that a reality. Is that what I'm hearing from you?
Yes, exactly. And it has to be transformational. It has to be something that's going to get the results that your ideal client is looking for. Because nowadays, and just like Justin Burns have said before, we need to stop creating information. We need to start creating transformation.
Oh, I like that. I heard Justin say that. Stop creating information. Create transformation. Can you give us an example of that? Can you give us maybe a story, maybe something Justin said or you heard, so we can kind of digest that?
Well, one of the things with that, though, when it comes to transformation, so let's say for introverted entrepreneurs, is they have a lot of self-limiting beliefs when it comes to starting their business or even creating their online course. And all those self-limiting beliefs, I try to help them with overcoming their challenges and obstacles that they might be that are holding them back from moving forward. So let's say one of the things that I come across with, especially with entrepreneurs with in that regard, is the fact that a lot of us undercharge our clients when it comes to our service. So one of the things I teach them with is you can actually charge more than you think that you can't. So a lot of a lot of coaches that I've helped with, they used to actually only charge, let's say, $100 per hour for their time when they coach their students. But I also teach them you don't even have to do that anymore. You can actually start charging between $3,000 to even $5,000 when it comes to your program.
I love it. So stop just sharing information, create transformation. I see Cheryl's put that down. Candy put down, stop creating information, start creating transformation. So, the information, let's say I'm putting it in my own terms. If I'm teaching someone how to build their business and how to do selling, I might say, well, this is how to set an appointment. This is how to close a deal. But I'm only giving them information. When I share with them exactly what to say, when to say it, and how to say it, then you start creating transformation. The person goes from going after low accounts to going after higher accounts. I love what you're putting together. I love what you're sharing. This is so important. And this is really needed, by the way. I want you to know you can be a successful business owner as an introvert, but Iris is taking it to another level. She said, no. You can be in the personal professional development area. You can be a content creator. You can be someone that's creating memberships. You can be someone that's helping other folks solve a problem, and you can still be an introvert. You can have it all. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
You can have it all. You can be married and have it all as well. But first, you've got to see it before you see it, or you'll never see it, right? And we're going to come back and come to those three C's. What's up, Stephen Bell? But I want to go over to Kim Warren Martin, because Kim Warren Martin, who you got a chance to meet as well, she was just at Success Conference, and she was sharing her story. She was sharing her message, because one of the things she was saying is you've got to see it before you see it, or you will never see it. Let's go to that episode. I love the women's empowerment segments because it allows us to hear exactly what we can be doing real time right now. And it goes so in line, Iris, with what you're saying. You got to believe it before you see it. Kim.
Hello, happy entrepreneurs. This is Dr. Kim Warren Martin, founder of Successful and Fulfilled, and creator of the hashtag Working on My Sexy movement. I'm really excited to bring you my thought of the week on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. This week's thought is, believe it to see it. We've all heard people say, I'll believe it when I see it, right? Well, every time I hear that phrase, it indicates to me whether the person is an innovator or an imitator. And I say that because with that statement, the point of belief rests in the completion, not the possibility. People who are innovators believe to see. They are creators, visionaries, and they relish in possibilities. And people who are imitators believe when they see, because they need and very much appreciate proof. Well, we actually need both in business and in life. So if you want to be more innovative, here are 3 simple steps to help you out. Number 1, schedule time for thinking. Scheduling thinking time allows you to work on your business, not just in it. And I recommend at least 2 hours each month, perhaps 1 hour every other week. And when possible, be sure to spend your thinking time in an environment that fuels your creativity. Number 2, use your imagination. Now, this is not child's play, because imagination helps you see beyond what currently exists. And as the visionary of your business, using your imagination allows you to pull the future into today. And number 3, journal what comes up for you. Write it all down. Don't leave anything out. And then plan to spend once or twice each month reviewing those ideas and decide if and when you'll take action on them. You can also do this with your team. So that's my thought of the week here on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. Believe it to see it. I'm Dr. Kim Warren Martin, founder of Successful and Fulfilled and creator of the hashtag Working on My Sexy movement. Back over to you, Shay.
You got to see it before you see it, or you will never see it. And one of the things I love that you're doing, Iris, for those folks that are watching. What's up, Eric Heilich, man? I thought you was out celebrating. He's having an anniversary right now, and he's watching. I hope his wife is right there with him, by the way. He's an amazing person. I can't wait till you guys meet. Just have a great couple called Marriage Can Win. They're just doing some amazing things. But one of the things she says, you've got to believe it, and then you've got to be able to see it. So some of you out there right now, as you're listening to the one and only Ires, you might be saying to yourself, that works for everyone else, but can I really do that? You've got to see it before you see it, or you never see it. But I don't know if I have anything powerful to say. Everyone else has these great stories that they're sharing. They got these great formulas, this 3 C's and all this other stuff. I don't have that. That's what they're saying, Iris. And I want you to talk to them right now. And are they saying, yeah, but I'm not, my story is not as, I haven't had the success other people have had. So who would really listen to me? Look, you got to see it before you see it, or you'll what? Never see it. You got to imagine what's possible, and then you have to believe that it's possible, and then take action towards that every single day. And we all start that way. I know when I first started saying I'm going to have this show, it's going to come on at 11 p.m. at night, because I believe there was a gap in the market. There's other people up that were like me. They weren't asleep at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They weren't always watching the news at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I said, well, somebody somewhere may want to just tune in and hear what other entrepreneurs are saying, and can we develop this platform that provides the resources to help people do what? Support the vision for the people they were called to serve. And that's why I like what Iris is doing right now. And as you're watching right now and you're listening, that was the purpose. And they said, Shay, dumbest thing I ever heard. I don't know anyone that's doing that. And I said, well, okay, maybe I shouldn't do it, right? I mean, you have these self-doubts. You don't know. But I just believe that there would be me, in worst case scenario, there'd be me talking to me, right? I mean, that's the worst case scenario. And it took me a while to really do it. It wasn't like I just said, let's do it now. I said, well, you're right. Maybe 6 o'clock, maybe this, maybe that. And I fumbled around for about 3 to 6 months, just kind of fumbling around. And then one day I just saw it. I said, well, I was up, strolling on my iPad. I don't know if you've done this before. And I was back on Facebook, and I jumped to Instagram. Okay, I'm like everybody else, okay? And I was like, you know what? I wish I could listen to something other than the podcast, something like that was going on in real time while I was working. And I said, I'm going to do it. And I'm so glad I did. Because of that, Iris is here. Because of that, many of you have paid this forward. Because of that, we celebrate our 100th episode because of every single one of you. So you've got to see it. That's the point. Before you see it, that's the point, or you will never see it. If you're ready to see it, if you're ready to believe it, if you're ready to take action on it, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Just look right below that video, Terry Sharp. Look right below that video and just write these words: believe it and see it. Believe it to see it. So first I want you to believe it, and then I want you to see it. Now you might say, well, no, I got to see it and then believe it. Whatever works for you, okay? But you got to get going. In a moment, I'm going to ask Iris as we come down the home stretch to kind of share her 3 reasons why, as an introvert, you can be successful with your content, right? She gave you the 3 C's. She gave you the method. But I'm going to say, what's 1 or 2 reasons why you need to believe it? I'm going to ask her to talk to your mindset, talk to those self-limiting beliefs that are saying, no. You got to see it before you see it, or you'll what? You'll never see it. You'll just never see it. If you're out there right now and as you're listening in, this is a very important segment. I'm going to go over to Iris right now and just have her talk to the limiting beliefs. And, you might be listening right now and saying, Shay, this is so easy. It's so easy. This is what I'm hearing is not the first time. That's okay. My father, Marshall Brown, who's no longer with us, he passed away May 2nd of 2017, and I'm at peace with that. But my dad used to always say when we was talking to both Trevor and I, and he used to say this to my family and my brothers and sisters and my kids and everybody all the time, he used to say, look, if it's easy to do, it's easy what? Not to do. And if it's hard, do it first. And so we always ask, well, why do the hard things first? And he said, doing the hard things first develops discipline. Let me say that again. Doing the hard things first develops what? Discipline. At the end of the day, what's the one thing that's going to carry you through life? It's having the discipline to do the things you know you should do. So it develops discipline. And so this is the formula that I want to share with you. And I'm going to turn over to Iris. And I want you to write this down in your notes right now. And this is called D plus D equals D. Let me give that to you again. D plus D equals D. So, Shay, give me the words. Gotcha. I hear you loud and clear. So here it is. Decisions minus discipline equals a disaster. Let me say that again. You make a decision that you're going to do something. So that was maybe the easy part. But decisions minus what? Discipline equals a disaster in your relationships, a disaster in your business, a disaster in your finances, a disaster in your health. But now we're going to reverse that. And I'm going to give you this code, the secret to crack this code. And here it is. It's the reverse. D plus D equals D. Remember, doing the hard things first develops discipline. So I want you to write this down. Decisions, you're going to make a decision today. You're going to do this. Decisions plus discipline equals dominion. Let me say that again. Decisions plus discipline equals dominion. So once you make the decision and you have the discipline to do the things you know you should do, now you can have dominion over your wealth, dominion over your health, dominion over your relationships, dominion in your business. You will dominate. Why? Because D plus D equals what? D. That's right. D plus D equals D. With that being said, Iris, go ahead and share your secret formula as we come down the home stretch. We're almost done, everyone, but you can't leave without hearing, why as an introvert you can be successful. You can make this happen, and how we can go ahead and demyth those limiting beliefs that you have right now. I know some of you are thinking, is this even possible? They're saying, Iris, I've tried this before, and guess what? It didn't work. Iris, I bought this class before. Maybe Iris will tell us about not the names of classes, but maybe she's done that before. I spent the money. I went to the boot camp, Iris. It didn't work for me, Iris. Iris, take a moment and talk to him, if you will.
Well, everyone, you already have it in you to succeed. You already have the content in you to create that course and create that impact even more to a lot of people out there. The thing is, you might just need someone to guide you along the way, someone who can tap into your zone of genius and help you create that content so you can share it to the people that you want to serve. So you already have it in you to succeed. So it's time for you to step forward and make it happen and awaken the greatness within.
I love it. Awaken the greatness within. Awaken the greatness within. Awaken the greatness within you. With that being said, I want to thank you for joining. I'm going to give you the final comments in a moment, Iris. You're going to have the final comments. Give them words of encouragement, words of inspiration as we get ready to close out in just a second. And for all of you out there that are watching right now, from Malika to Kim to Angela to Annette to Anthony, to all of you who are watching all over the world, I want you to give a digital applause to America's #1 introvert coach that's out there right now, none other than Iris, who's an introvert, who stepped up. She's like, I'm so nervous. Oh, Shay, how is everything? I said, everything looks just fine, Iris. It looks just great. She did a great job. So how do you give a digital applause? How do you participate if you're listening for the first time? You look right below the video. You look right below the video and say, great job, Iris, IRES. Or we appreciate you, Iris. Or just put thank you, Iris. It's our way of giving a digital applause. Hit the heart button, hit the like button to let her know that, you know what, we appreciate you spending time away from your husband. Appreciate you spending time away from your 2 children. Appreciate you spending time away from your business to pour into us today on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. So you look right below the video like Candy. Candy's giving you a clap, saying, great job, right below, by the way. Jacqueline says, great job. Connette's hitting the like button saying, way to go. T, you did great. She's an introvert. She's like, Shay, you really want me to be on the show? Shay? Yes! Come, share. We all have something to share. Malika Courtney said, hashtag game changer Iris. Great job, by the way. Angela Pitt says, awesome, Iris. See, they're loving you right now, Iris. See, Iris, it's okay. You look great. Morella says, well done today. Jacqueline, who's always in the house, who's just an amazing person, by the way. Taylor Abrams says, great job. We appreciate you. Oh, you're getting it. See, look. Us introverts, we rock. Otherwise, we're like very quiet people. No one even knows who we are. It's like when I go to places like, you do sales training? Yes, that's me over here. Otherwise, I don't say a whole lot. Trevor Hodges can talk for everybody. Trust me. Loretta says, great job, Iris. Ann Humphrey says, way to go. So with that being said, Iris, let me say thank you. Let me say we appreciate you. Let me tell you that you're wonderful, and we've got to have you back. You know, I would love for you to do a segment, The Introvert. I'm talking to the introvert, but I'm talking not the introvert, but the person who has the power. She says, I am what? Powerful. I am what? Brilliant. And I am what? Enough. That was Iris. That wasn't me. That was her affirmation. So Iris, I'm going to ask you, as Montrese Robinson is putting awesome job, by the way, awesome job. I'm going to ask you if you would do a segment for the Happy Entrepreneur Tribe. Something that you could share with them to help them, encourage them, to help inspire them, and share some golden nuggets as they get more and more affiliated with you. Is that something you could do, Iris?
I would be honored. Thank you so much.
Well, I would be honest. She's giving her word. When you tune in on Monday, we have Monday Motivation and we have Monday Momentum. You'll see none other than the one, the only, Iris herself. I can't wait. It's going to be incredible. I have no idea what she's going to say, but don't worry. Those introverts can get down with the get down. She has content, baby. So with that being said, Iris, look, now she's dancing. Now she's popping. You should have seen her earlier. Hi, Shay. No, I said you're doing good. Okay. In all seriousness, give us your closing comments to the entrepreneur out there that has to get up like you. You're a wife. You have children. You're an entrepreneur. This is what you do. They're just like you and they're just like me. What do you have to say to them to tell them to keep on going, to tell them that the road out there is tough, but it's going to be okay? Give us your closing comments, please. Over to you, Iris. And once again, thank you so much. You are amazing. Awesome. Can't wait to have you back on the show.
Thank you so much. So, parting words, you are all phenomenal. Someone out there is connected to your stories, to your pain, to your challenges. And someone out there is waiting for you to help them with the challenges and the problems that they're facing. So please, I beg you to go ahead and step up, step into your zone of genius, step into your greatness and make things happen. That's it.
Well, with that being said, thank you all for joining. For those folks that want to connect, go over to www.happyontrepreneur.com. happyentrepreneurstribe.com. That's where the magic happens. That's where you can connect with folks. For other folks who want to get the replay, the notes, and the past shows, and the special gift that we're giving away as well, text the word revenue. Take your phone out right now. Let's not make this our last connection together. Text the word revenue. Text the word revenue to this number, 202-999-3515. Once again, the number you want to text. You do it now. Do it when? Now. Do it when? Now. Text the word revenue to 202-999-3515. I want you to know that you're amazing, that you're incredible. You've got such greatness inside you. And for you, the best is yet to come. For you, the best is yet to come. For you, the best is yet to come. Why is that? Because today is my January 1st. I want you to tell yourself that today is my January 1st. Today is my what? January 1st. New opportunities are waiting for me. My future is as bright as it's ever going to be. With that being said, for those folks that are hearing me for the very first time, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, we're going to make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless, and I wish you all success. See you soon. Bye-bye. Tell them bye, Iris.
Bye.
I love it. You guys are rock. They're amazing. They're incredible.
Please go ahead and give a big standing ovation for the one and the only Shay Brown.
And I'm here right now in this moment with none other than the one and only Dr. Willie Jolly. What's up, my friend?
It's a privilege and a pleasure and a treat and a treasure to be in your presence.
All right, Delator, we're going to get started. You ready, Delator?
I'm ready, friend.
You ready, Dr. Connett?
Ready.
None other than Andy Henriquez. And we have someone like a Dr. Sonia, who's a bad sister. All right, now, go ahead with your bad self. None other than the Kim Warren Martin. That's the promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there, and they stay there.